All right, people, so we are back. We got Chetwayo aboard with us. We are 10 minutes away from the hour of 10 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. And Chetwayo, of course, is represented by Chetwayo's Holistic Health Clinic. And it's all about reversing those diseases rather than managing them. And we'll give you the contact information. Everything will be on the screen. We get into a topic called kidney stones. All right, named kidney stones is the topic. Seth, all is yours, man. Kidney stones.
Good morning, Stefan. We're Synergy
What's going on, man?
And all of our viewers, locally, regionally, and internationally. So, of course, kidney stones, because I'm sure probably all of us know somebody that suffered with kidney stones, or many have suffered with it themselves, and you know it's something very painful.
Yep.
All right? So, most people usually look about or address kidney stones by trying to deal with the stones itself, but people need to take a more preemptive approach to prevent the condition from developing. And many people are unaware of how this condition developed. So we are going to go into that, get a little bit of understanding of kidney stones, and then on what causes it. And it's going to be quite interesting, quite interesting.
All right,
let's start with the first slide. All right, so what is a kidney stone? So it's a hard mineral and salt deposit that would accumulate in the kidneys due to high concentration levels, and then it can crystallize and form together and cause a kidney stone. So this could end up blocking parts of the urinary tract, and that could lead to problems. In fact, untreated kidney stones can actually cause kidney failure. It could cause sepsis, which could even cause death, right? Though that is rare because usually people address it before, but partial continuous blockage from kidney stones can lead to kidney failure.
All right.
So there are people who have been, I would say, managing chronic kidney stones for years, all right? And some have been managing it with stents, putting in a stent to widen the urinary tract to get it to pass out, but you have to address what is causing it. Now, as you can see, there are different types of kidney stones. You have about 5 types. All right, you have calcium oxalate stones, you have calcium phosphate stones, uric acid stones, struvite stones, and cystine stones. Now, as you look at it, you're going to see that calcium stones make up the majority of kidney stones, with calcium oxalate stones making up 80%. So we would spend most of the time this morning addressing the calcium oxalate stones, and coming down to the end, we would address the calcium phosphate stones.
Okay.
I mean, the others could easily be addressed too. For example, uric acid stones caused from excess uric acid and high uric acid concentration in the urine. And of course, number one contributor to high uric acid levels is fructose, which fructose is something I've dealt with many times on the program. Struvite stones usually caused from infection, and cystine stones is usually caused from people that have certain genetic predisposition, all right? But as we see, calcium-based stones make up about 90% of all kidney stones. So let's get into the other side. Let's start with the calcium oxalate stones. So most kidney stones are calcium oxalates, which makes it very simple. It's made up of calciums, oxalates, so equals calcium oxalate stones, all right? So everybody know about calcium, right? Everybody know about calcium, but not much people know about oxalates. So what we are going to go into a little bit is where oxalates come from. So let's go to the next diagram. Let's go to the third diagram here. Where does oxalate come from? You have dietary oxalates. Now this one is quite interesting because a lot of things that people like actually comes with oxalates. For example, chocolate, green leafy vegetables, you have nuts, you have beetroots, you have teas, you have certain fruits. And here's something else that people don't know. It's not on the image there. Ground provision. Ground provision is high in oxalates, especially potato and sweet potatoes, right? And you know what makes it worse? When you fry potatoes and sweet potatoes, it retains most of the oxalates. So fried stuff, potatoes, fried ground provision, of course, we have a high French fry culture in
French
this
fries,
country.
yeah.
So people are unaware that they are increasing their oxalate load. Now keep in mind, oxalates have no essential benefit for the human body. It is basically, you could say, a waste product. Once it enters the body, it has to be excreted. So it's not something that your body benefits from. So it's better to simply avoid it, because you don't want to have an excess amount of it, because it increases the risk and likelihood of you developing kidney stones.
Right.
Now we also have the endogenous form, which means it's made by the body. Your body can and does also produces oxalates.
Okay.
So this is something that you cannot actually totally avoid. But you do have an impact in the amount of load that the body has from oxalate, so the oxalate load. So let's go to the other slide here. So let's see how the body makes oxalates, because we understand you could get it from things that you consume, but let's see how the body makes it. So you have a metabolic byproduct called glyoxylate. Glyoxylate. Now, glyoxylate is part of the metabolic process of the body. So this is going to be produced in your body regardless, all right? But vitamin B6 plays a crucial role in which pathway glyoxylate takes, all right?
B6.
B6.
What is vitamin B6?
So vitamin B6 is pyridoxine, right? And you get vitamin B6, you can get it from both plants and animal-based food sources, but I'm going to share something very interesting. When B6 is low, right, because B6 is required to convert glyoxylate into forms that are not harmful, that are not oxalates.
Okay.
When you have a deficiency or low levels of B6, or your glyoxylate load is higher, it takes another pathway, which is the minor pathway, as we see in there. So that's when B6 is low, there is an overload of glyoxylate, and that produces oxalates. Now, someone might say, well, maybe I could take B6 supplement. Now, keep in mind, I am not a fan of supplementation.
Yeah, I know that.
Some very important things here. For example, some might take B6, but excess B6 supplementation can lead to mental health issues, right?
Okay.
So, like I say, this is if people know more in-depthly with biochemistry and nutrition, they would know to stay away from supplementation. You need to get in your nutrients from its natural sources. But here's the other thing. Then some would say, well, there's B6 in plants, but plant B6 is not readily bioavailable. It is difficult for the body to get B6 from plants. Why? You have something called pyridoxine glucoside, which is one of the forms B6 coming in plants, which is very difficult for your body to absorb. And then the free B6 in plants, remember plants also come with fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber binds to it and also reduces absorption of B6. So plants are will never be the best source of B6.
Okay.
Ever. The best source, of course, would come from animal-based food. So when I hear people pushing and promoting, go more plant-based, we already see the oxalates coming from the plant-based sources. Then we also have the lower absorption rate of the B6 from the plant-based sources. So when I hear somebody pushing, hey, go more plant-based, it lets me know directly that they don't have much knowledge, or they have very superficial knowledge in biochemistry, all right, and when it comes to nutritional biology. So if you want to understand what causes oxalate production in the human body, B6 deficiency plays a key role in oxalate production. So you have to keep your B6 level where it needs to be, which is by eating correctly. Now, let's see something else here that is also very interesting. Let's go to the next diagram.
You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished is the top-selling consignment book at RIK bookstores nationwide every month so far this year. Get your copy locally at RIK bookstores across Trinidad, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, internationally on Amazon for paperback, and on Gumroad for the digital copy.
Excess vitamin C can become oxalates. Excess vitamin C can become oxalates. Now, the issue with vitamin C is something that you need in trace amounts. You do not need vitamin C in large amounts. Just trace amounts is what the body requires, not large amounts.
Okay.
When you consume excess vitamin C, your body has to deal with the excess, all right? And it goes to the liver, and the liver converts it into oxalates. And then your kidneys now have to filter that out to excrete it through the urine, all right? Now, this brings up again the topic of supplementation. A lot of people are of the belief that they need to supplement with vitamin C.
Yeah.
And you would see people doing that, especially when they get the flu. They would go and take vitamin C supplements to use to try to combat the flu. But the science shows something very different. Vitamin C supplementation, when you get the flu, has little to no effect on the body.
Right.
The only time vitamin C might have some benefits based on the scientific data is if you have been consuming vitamin C for months on a daily basis before you get the flu. And it could reduce the flu by 8 to 14%, which is insignificant. That means if you have a flu and your flu usually lasts 7 to 14 days, it might reduce it by a day or half a day, which is insignificant, makes no sense, right? But you increase your risk of oxalate load. Well, you increase your oxalate load by taking these vitamin C supplements, and then you put yourself at risk for developing kidney stones, all right? Now, so we understand where oxalates coming from. Of course, now we have the calcium aspect now.
Yeah.
So calcium. Let's move on to the next diagram. Let's move on to the next diagram here. So high calcium in urine is a major risk for calcium stones. Because remember, you need the two to come together, oxalates and calcium to come together.
Right.
Now here's the thing with calcium. All right? Supplementing with calcium can increase the excretion of calcium, which means more calcium could end up in the urine. Because you're supplementing, and this is one of the problems with supplementing. Your body is not designed to get in individual nutrients by itself. So this is one of the problems with supplementing. Then you also have vitamin D supplements. Now, vitamin D, especially vitamin D3, increases calcium absorption. Right? So it increases
what?
Calcium absorption.
Okay.
So then now, let's say you are supplementing with calcium and you're consuming vitamin D supplements, and you're also eating foods high in calcium. With the vitamin D now, you're going to have a higher absorption of calcium, which also means you're going to have a higher rate of excretion of calcium. All right?
Okay.
Because your body, if you consume foods naturally, your body would absorb what is needed and excrete what is not. But this, when I talk about the absorption of calcium, I'm talking about blood calcium levels. So as you can see here, what you call hypercalciuria, right? That is high calcium levels in the blood. Now, if you consume a lot of calcium, all right, the body would absorb into the blood what is needed, and the rest would pass out through your stool. That is not going to form any form of kidney stones or anything, because it's not using the kidneys to extract it from the blood. This is in the lumen of your digestive tract, so that could be excreted in your stool. No problems there. But when you start supplementing, like the vitamin D now, you get more absorption of the calcium into your bloodstream that the kidneys now have to clean out the excess.
Okay.
So now you're going to have the calcium now in meeting up in the kidneys with the oxalates. And then you also have the phosphate now. So calcium and the phosphate meeting up, so then you have calcium oxalate stones and you have calcium phosphate stones now forming.
All right.
Problems. This is why I'm not a fan of supplementation. So as you just heard me mention there, I mentioned the calcium phosphate. Now this is another interesting thing here now, because we're going to talk a little bit on the calcium phosphate here now. So let's go to the next slide. Calcium phosphate stones. Now this is affected when your urine pH starts elevating, when it's going to more into the alkaline levels. Now, when you start to hit around alkalinity of 6.5, well, the pH of 6.5 and it's going upwards with regards to your urine pH, that can cause some problems. Your body is biologically designed to regulate its pH levels. You don't need to do stuff to do that, all right? Certain parts of your body need to be acidic, certain parts need to be alkaline, certain parts have very strictly regulated pH levels. Now when, you know, I'm sure you hear a lot of people talk about you have to alkalize your body and whatnot.
Yeah,
so a lot of people start taking supplement stuff. So they might take some potassium citrate, they might take some sodium bicarbonate, and using these supplements to try to alkalize their body. But what it does is pushes your urine and keeps it more in the alkaline vicinity. So instead of it fluctuates where it needs to be, it pushes it more to stay more alkaline in a pH level that increases the risk of developing phosphates. And that becomes problematic. So then you have the calcium now in the urine, and then you have the crystals, the phosphate, calcium, and phosphate starts forming, and boom, you now have calcium phosphate stones developing.
Okay.
Right? So people, what I'm saying is this. We could go to the next slide. What I'm saying is this. You want to be preemptive. You want to be preemptive. And this is the purpose and function of nutritional therapy. This is what I do. I help you to understand the root causes of your health issues, and I help you to address the issue before the problem arises. And even if a problem arises, nutritional therapy is the part you need to take to increase the likelihood of that issue reversing or going into remission or regressing. All right? We must address nutritional therapy as being the main treatment method for non-communicable diseases. This is an area or aspect that we ignore. So when it comes to kidney stones, we have to address the oxalate load. We have to lower that. We have to control urinary calcium. We have to balance urinary chemistry with pH, all right, by understanding the pH and all the circumstances that affect it in order to lower the stone risk. So I would encourage people, come and check me, book an appointment. We need to stop playing with our health and stop being a reactive society. We need to be preemptive. We need to educate ourselves, all right? Kidney stones could literally kill. It could literally kill. But it's not just kidney stones I deal with, it's practically everything I deal with the human body. All non-communicable diseases can be addressed. You can put the body in a position where remission and regression can take place. So I want to encourage you all, don't hesitate, don't wait until issues arise. Go out there, get my book. That would also encourage you all to book a consultation to come and see me, because you will understand that, hey, this guy is not just speaking things out of guesswork. It has science and concrete science and evidence to back these things up. Go out there, read the book, and build that confidence, all right, and come and see me.
All right, so people, you can check out Seth. He has the Holistic Health Clinic. You can call him on 279-3935. That is 279-3935. You could also get him on 761-1952. That is 761-1952. And it's all about nutritional therapy. Book an appointment today. You can pick up the book as well at RIK bookstores nationwide. You can go to Nelson's if you're in Tobago. And of course, Amazon, you will get it there. And you have the digital copy you'll get on Gumroad. So many options for you to get the book. You are not sick, you are malnourished. And kidney stones. We got to take a break. When we come back, we just have one birthday to deal with and then we out of here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Chetwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Chetwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit ChetwayoClinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Chetwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.